Most Wednesday mornings between 10 and 11, I can be found having a coffee with Jan, Carolyn and Erica in the Tesco cafe at Kingston. We go to talk, not just to each other, but to others. We seek to naturally get into conversations to supernaturally share Jesus' love. Last week, as soon as we'd finished praying that God would use us and shine through us, we got chatting to an elderly lady at the table right next to us. I'd noticed her when I sat down. She'd got one of those shopping trolleys with a long handle and wheels, and she was doing a crossword, but I couldn't help thinking that she looked lonely. She looked sad. When she'd finished her coffee, I saw her fold up her crossword and put it into her shopping bag. Well, without giving it much thought, I turned to her and asked if she'd managed to answer all the clues. The next thing I knew, she was getting the crossword back out of her bag and handing it to me to help her. She kept saying how lovely it was to have someone to talk to have people to chat to. Well, if that had been as far as it went, that would have been great. We'd bless someone through conversation. But you know, God used this connection to bless us all some more. One of the crossword clues led to us talking about Zimbabwe, and Carolyn happened to mention that lots of our church family come from Zimbabwe. Well, that was it. That was all the invitation this wonderful woman needed to tell her amazing story. She had spent some time many years ago working as a missionary in Zimbabwe, and she had seen God do some amazing things. She told us story after story of how she'd experienced God's presence and protection, and how on one occasion she'd accidentally driven into an ambush and her vehicle was peppered with bullets. She was terrified but called out Jesus' name, and she felt overwhelmed with his peace. Bullets flew right past her, one went right between her legs, and she managed to drive away with only 3 tyres intact. She said there would have been no way she would have survived that without supernatural intervention. So not only were we encouraged to hear such fantastic stories, but she was encouraged to be able to retell them and remember God's faithfulness. We got to pray with her too before she left, and she walked away full of joy. So it's good to talk. You never know what opportunities may come or how God can use a simple conversation. So why not come along and join us if you're free on a Wednesday morning? But if you're not, wherever you are, look for opportunities to talk and see what God will do. I'll see you next time. God bless.